Hello children, welcome back to English class. In this video, let's discuss the textual exercises of the poem Teamwork. The poem Teamwork is included in Unit 2 of Marigold English Reader, which is prescribed for class 5 students. As you all know children, the poem Teamwork is written by Jan Nigro. So let's find out the interesting textual exercises included in this lesson children. The first textual exercise is let's read. Complete the following sentences. Here, you need to fill in these blanks based on your understanding of the poem. The first question is, if nobody passes the ball in a basketball game, then you can't? Correct. The answer is shoot. The second question is, in a relay race, if no one passes the baton, then the race can't go on. Next, we have think and write. Name the team members needed for the following. Children, here different fields of occupation like film, school, and restaurant are mentioned. You need to list out the team members who are required to run these different fields of occupation. For example, to play cricket, we need batsmen, bowlers, fielders, coaches, etc. Now tell me children, which team members are required to make a film? Yes, to make a film, we need actors, director, cameraman, producer, makeup artist, hairdresser, etc. Now, who all do we need to run a good school? To run a good school, we need teachers, principal, and students. And finally, to run a restaurant, we need chefs, finance manager, waiters, etc. The second exercise included in the session, Think and Write, is complete the sets of rhyming words. One has been done for you. Words from the poem, team plus done, hoop, shoot, goal, joy. Children, in the first box, you will find words that are taken from the poem, teamwork. Now for these words, you need to supply or write down your own rhyming words. The first word taken from the poem is team, and its rhyming word is beam. The second word is plus, and the word bus rhymes with the word plus. Next, we have the word done, and the rhyming word that I have selected is fun. The next word is hoop, and the word that rhymes with hoop is loop. Then there is the word shoot, and the word loot rhymes with the word shoot. Here is the word goal, and the word whole rhymes with it. The last word from the poem is joy, and the word boy rhymes with it. Children, the answer for this exercise may vary depending upon the rhyming words that you choose. I would prefer you to write your own rhyming words. Now here is a poem for us to read and enjoy. The title of the poem is For Want of a Nail. Children, before we read the poem, you must know the meaning of the phrase for want of. The phrase for want of means because of not having something. So the title for want of a nail means because of not having a nail. You must also know what a horseshoe is. A horseshoe is a U-shaped metal object that is attached to the bottom of a horse's hoof or foot in order to protect it. Here you will find a video of a man trying to attach the shoe to the horse's hoof using horseshoe nails. So children, now that you know what a horseshoe is and what horseshoe nails are, let's read the poem and find out what happens because of not having a nail or a horseshoe nail. Here we go. For want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, the horse was lost. For want of a horse, the rider was lost. For want of a rider, the battle was lost. For want of a battle, the kingdom was lost. And all for the want of a horseshoe nail. Children, this surely is a very funny traditional rhyme. Moving forward, we have the next textual exercise. Now form questions for the answers given in the speech bubbles. Here are three speech bubbles. You need to read the answers that are given in these bubbles and frame questions for these answers. The first answer that is provided here is the shoe was lost because of the nail. Now, based on this answer, we can frame the question. Why or how was the shoe lost? In the second bubble, the answer given is the kingdom was lost because the battle could not be fought. For this answer, the question can be, why was the kingdom lost? In the third bubble, the answer is, the battle was lost because there was no rider. For this answer, we can frame the question, why was the battle lost? In continuation to this exercise, we have the activity. Now make three more questions and answers from the poem Teamwork. Children, from the poem Teamwork, you need to frame three questions and answers. So let's start doing it, children. The first question can be, how can we make our dreams work? And the answer for this question is, together we can make our dreams work. The second question that I have framed from the poem is, what is fun in a basketball game? And the answer to this question is, in a basketball game, it is fun to shoot the ball through the loop. The third question is, what happens if nobody passes the baton? And the answer for this question is, relay race cannot go on if nobody passes the baton. Children, the next textual exercise is a picture composition. Look at the picture and answer the questions in one sentence using the word clues given in the box. The picture here demonstrates repair works being carried out on a house. Now, in connection to this picture, there are 5 questions. Children, you will have to answer these questions using the clues that are given in this box. First, let me read out the clues that are given in the box. Plumber, painter, mason, electrician, laborer, carpenter, and gardener. Now let's read the first question. Who is laying the bricks? You all know the answer, children. Here, the mason is laying the bricks. The second question is, who is holding the ladder? The answer for this question is, the laborer is holding the ladder. The third question here is, who is the man on the ladder? Children, this is the man on the ladder. He is fixing a bulb. So we can write the answer, the electrician is on the ladder. The fourth question is, who is making the door? And the answer is, the carpenter is making the door. The fifth question is, who is painting the walls? And the answer for this question is, the painter is painting the walls. Now here is something interesting that you can do, children. Make up a story about the picture, give names to the people, write the story showing the importance of teamwork. Let this be your homework, children. The next textual exercise is Let's Talk. In a group of 5, discuss what you enjoy doing alone and what you like doing in a group. Now prepare a list as shown below. Children, feel free to write what all things you would like to do alone and the things that you would like to do in a group. The things that I would like to do alone are reading, sleeping, and listening to music. And the things that I prefer to do in a group are playing games, watching TV, and dancing. Moving forward, in your family, what activities are done individually and as a group? This is also an entirely personal question. Your answers might differ. In my house, my mother decides what grocery needs to be bought, and my father decides places to visit during vacation, and I decide which book to read, and we as a family decide what movie to watch. Try doing this exercise on your own, children. Now, in a group, mime an activity: picnic, fair or mela, cricket match, etc., which you enjoy. The rest of the class should guess the activity and say whether it is done in a group or alone. This definitely is an interesting activity that you would have enjoyed doing in the school. Nevertheless, you can pick an activity and mime it to your friends. And your friends must be able to guess the activity and say whether it is done in a group or alone. The next textual exercise we have here is let's write. In the puzzle, find the words given in the column. Notice that these words are formed by joining two words. One is done for you. Find some more such words. In the first box, there are 6 words. These 6 words are formed by joining two words. For example, the word sometime is made by joining the two words some and time. The word everyone is made by joining the two words every and one. Same goes with basketball. The word basketball is made from the two words basket and ball. The word nobody is made from the two words no and body. Now you need to find these words in this puzzle and circle them. Once you have found and circled these words, you can look for some more such words and write them down in the space that is given here. So let's begin, children. The first word sometime is already circled. The second word is everyone and it comes in the first row. The next word is basketball. Please circle it, children. Here you will find the word nobody. Next is teamwork. Then we have the word baton. Some other words that we can find from this puzzle are pot, handsome, standby, Sunday, and finally can. Children, next we have a very interesting exercise. Let's write a poem. The poem begins like this. I have a kite, but need a friend to fly it with. I know a song, but need someone to hear it. I have a ball, but need someone to catch it. Let's try to complete this poem, children. I have a badminton kit, but I need someone to play it with. I have a chessboard, but need someone to play with me. I know a story, but need someone to hear it. And finally, I know a park, but need someone to visit it. So, children, this is a poem which highlights the need for teamwork. Next is fun time, children. Make groups of 10 and present one of the following activities in class. Children, as a group, you could either do a skit or a song or perform a dance or paint a chart for class or make paper bags from old newspaper. You can pick out any one of these activities and work on it. The next exercise is say aloud. We sometimes use short forms for some words. For example, we use I am for I am and I've for I have. These shortened words are called contractions. The mark is an apostrophe which shows where the letters are. Children, before we proceed with this exercise, let's learn about contractions. Here on the screen, you will find a balloon. When air is blown into the balloon, it expands. That means it becomes bigger or larger. But When the air is released from the balloon, it shrinks or contracts. So the word contract means to shrink or to become smaller or shorter. In English language, we use contractions in order to shorten two words into one. Let's go through a few examples and try to learn the rules of contractions. The first example here are the two words she and is. Now, in order to contract or shorten these two words, we will be removing the first letter from the second word, which is. After the letter I is removed, we get the contracted form of the word she is. Children, here you can see that the place of the missing letter is taken up by an apostrophe. So instead of two words, we have one short word. Children, there is also an important fact that you need to bear in mind about contractions. While we contract two words to form one word, the meaning never changes. Let's now check out the next example, children. Here we have the words I will. In order to contract or shorten these two words into one word, we'll have to remove the letters W and I. And we get the contracted form I'll. Instead of two words, it is just one word now. And the place of the missing letters W and I is taken over by an apostrophe. Next, we have the words I am. In order to contract these two words, we take out the letter A from the second word and get the word I am. Here, the place of the letter A is taken over by an apostrophe. As you can see, children, though we have contracted these two words, the meaning of the word never changes. Next, we have the two words they are. These two words can be contracted by removing the first letter, which is A, from the second word. Then we get the word there. The missing letter A is substituted with an apostrophe. So children, by now you would have understood what contractions are. Let's now revise the rules of contractions. What are contractions? Contractions are shortened form of two words. Now coming to the rules. The first rule is that in order to shorten two words into one, we remove or omit a letter or letters from the second word only. The second important rule is the omitted letters are replaced with an apostrophe. Let's now go back to the textual exercise. A few more examples of contractions are given here, children. The words we will are contracted to form will. Similarly, you have becomes you have. We are becomes we're. Cannot becomes can't. There is becomes theirs. They are becomes their. We have becomes we have. And what have becomes what have. Now it's time to do some exercises. Write the contractions for the following phrases. The first phrase is has not, and the contracted form of has not is hasn't. For the phrase are not, the contracted form is aren't. For have not, it is haven't, and for do not, it is don't. In all of these cases, the letter O is removed from the second word, which is not. Next exercise, write the full forms of the following. Now here are some contractions. You need to write the full form of these contractions. So while writing the full forms, you will have two words. The full form of weren't is were not. The full form of wasn't is was not. The full form of she'll is she will. And the full form of whose is who is. So children, with this exercise on contractions, we have completed the textual exercises from the lesson Teamwork. Children, I hope you enjoyed the poem Teamwork and have begun to appreciate the value of working together. Thank you for watching.